So we've got a Fatal Fury Cross Street Fighter animated trailer. Alright, Ken Masters is coming to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Garo City of the Wolves. Alright, this game dropped this year at $60. Right now there's a deal on it for $30. Definitely cop that when I had the chance because I was not rushing to get this game. It's a very difficult fighting game. If I'm not mistaken, the legacy skill is based off of one of the 90s games. I don't know how I feel about that because, when it comes to 90s fighting games, they could be a hit or miss. So that's a bit too far back to base your legacy skill off of, in my opinion. I heard this game didn't meet sales expectations or something like that. Is it not selling? People are playing it. But I wonder why. Like, is the skill gap really that bad? Or perhaps it's just not enough recognizable characters in the game. I'm not gonna lie, Andy should not have been DLC. That was a dumb move. That's like making Ken DLC in a Street Fighter game. It just should not have happened. Mai was in the game, right? Like, they weren't gonna. They're so funny, man. Imagine paying for Andy Bogart. That shit's crazy. But we have the real actual Ken Masters in the game in the form of an anime trailer. Let's check it out. Anime. Ken Masters. This sounds like a Street Fighter 5 version of his name. I think I'm wrong though. Yeah, I'm wrong. Okay. They both look similar now. I guess you could say Ken's biting off of Terry this time with the brown jacket, right? Because Terry had the brown jacket in 1999. I don't know when the first Garo came out, but... Or Mark of the Wolf, should I say? Because Fatal Fury and Garo, same name.
City of the Wolves.
It's weird. The Garo and Fatal Fury thing is really weird. Like every Fatal Fury game is called Garo in Japan, and we only had like one Fatal Fury game over here go by the name of Garo. So I can't even when you say Garo over here, you're talking about that one specific game. You're talking about that one game. But yeah, this is pretty good though. A lot more anime trailers from these fighting games lately, huh? Street Fighter 6 did it first, but that was like last year. This is a whole fight. They gave Ken more facial hair on a Fatal Fury than he actually has in Street Fighter 6, I noticed. You're going in. Hadoken. Alright. Tatsumaki. Fight at the Suzaku Castle. Shoryuken and the Burn Knuckle. Not bad. This is really good. Like showing those two characters together. Like we all know what's coming, right? We do realize what's coming, right? Like I think we all have an idea of what's coming. Available now. Yeah, look at how freaking bushy they made this beard. They made it dark as hell. I know it's not the same art style as Street Fighter 6, so they can't really do peach fuzz like that or whatever, but damn. Look at this. Look at this. Andy Bogart available now, so he dropped already. You gotta pay for him. That's crazy to me. Paying for Ken, sure. Yo, you gotta pay for Joe? Yo, they're making you pay for all the OGs, dog. What the fuck is this shit? Listen, I know that everyone's complaining about Tekken making you pay for like old DLC characters, but like these are like the MCs that they're making you pay for, dog. They're making you buy them. They're making you imagine. Yo, that's insane. Imagine having to pay DLC for fucking Guile. Oh my god. Let me use Dragon Ball for an example. Imagine paying DLC for Yamcha. Imagine that shit. Who wants to pay for that? Unbelievable. I don't know what they're doing. And I sort of know why they did it, but I still don't think it excuses them. So, obviously, Andy, Terry, and Joel, they've been in Fatal Fury since the first game. Alright? Playable since the first game. Which is crazy. Alright? Gonna make them DLC from the first game. And, they've been all the Fatal Furies. But when Mark of the Wolves came out, the final Fatal Fury game before this one, there was a time skip in that game. And the only OG character, I believe, was Terry Bogard. The dude with the bird costume, I'm not sure if he's like literally the dude in the dinosaur costume, that wrestler. I'm not sure if he's just wearing a different costume. It's the same dude. It could be the dinosaur wrestler. I don't know the lore like that, so if anyone knows if the dinosaur dude and the bird dude are the same, let me know. But Andy and Joe weren't in that game. And that game that's like SNK Street Fighter 3, you know? Like, funnily enough, it does the same thing as Street Fighter 3 and literally removes everyone that anyone even knows, right? But we have characters in the game that fights like Joe, I believe. We have like he has an apprentice, right? But that's not good enough. People want the man in the game. They want the man. They want the MCs. You know, these are the OGs that people grew up with. If you're that old, you know. But damn, imagine having to pay DLC on Storm or Naruto Storm. You gotta buy Sasuke. Imagine that. Imagine having to buy Sasuke. That's cringe. That shit is so ass. And then we got Chun-Li coming in winter 2025. Street Fighter 6 Chun-Li. And then we have Mr. Big. Wow, what a way to end the DLC, huh? Very lackluster. That's the final boss for that's the final boss from Art of Fighting. He just looks like, you know, your mob boss. You look on the far left, we got this dude Andy Bogard, alright? Dressed up like a ninja, alright? A whole ninja. He looks really cool. I don't even think he's an actual ninja. I'm not sure. I mean, in the anime he uses Kyoku Seiken. I don't even remember. It's been a while. Is Kyoku Seiken the name of Terry's fighting style? I think that's an anime exclusive thing, really. So let me just ignore the anime. See, I don't know if he uses the same fighting style as Terry. I'm pretty sure they were trained by their dad. But I guess they didn't want to have clone characters like Street Fighter with Ken and Ryu, so they made him play completely different. But he still looks swaggy. He still looks drippy. All right, Joe, they gave him glasses. He's not wearing shorts now. He has little flaps over his shorts now. You know, little advertisements, but he still looks cool. All right, Ken Masters, you already know Ken. Then you have the legend, Chun-Li, and then Mr. Big. Just some dude. Very lackluster conclusion to a season, in my opinion. You know, if it was geese, everyone would be busting 12 nuts all over the place. But they gave us Mr. Big instead. And them nuts, well, aren't big. They're small. So we have Rock. We have Joe's apprentice right there. See, these are all, like, characters from, like, the final Garo game, you know? I mean, Billy Kane's in the game, sure. But, like, imagine Street Fighter 4 only... See, I can't even use Street Fighter 3 anymore because the Street Fighter 3 roster is iconic now. They're all iconic now. But when they first dropped, they were a bunch of fucking nobodies. People were like, where Blanca at? You know, but I can't even use that example because they're all iconic, you know? So, but, yeah. I could sort of see why the game isn't going that crazy. It's 40% off. I said 30% off. It's 40% off. Until August 13th. Any of you that don't want to buy the game at full price, get it. I'll tell you this much. It looks like a more expensive coat of paint than Hunter x Hunter. I'm not going to hold you. Like, it's more worthy of the $60 than Hunter x Hunter is. But they're actually giving you the $30 opportunity that Hunter x Hunter should be given, which is crazy. That's pretty much it. I guess I'll play this game probably today since I bought it yesterday. I didn't fire it up, so. Alright, I'll check out Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I'm not going to do too much. I got to stay off of rank, probably ease into it, because if I just throw myself at the wolves, no pun intended, online just ain't going to be fun, dog.